Good morning everyone, Nick Watson here. We're doing a trip today up to Chichester again. We're having a second crack at finding some waterfalls like Problem Creek Waterfall and Jerusalem Creek Waterfall, and also going for another one called Dundungra Falls. We'll probably stay around Frying Pan and Telagary, just those four main campsites like usual. And we're just meeting some friends out in Dungog and then heading up, so hope you enjoy. Rightio, so we're here at the first stop of the trip. We've just driven up Wagnet Creek Road from Dungog and come to the Jerusalem Creek water track. You just come down and you can sort of come on top of the little waterfall and then come down the side of it. So we're having a look now. It's very cold, but it's absolutely stunning, so it's well worth it. Rightio, so this was a pretty fun track that we found. It was going out of the Jerusalem Creek Falls car park, but it started to get a bit hectic, pretty slippery clay and mud. I was first to go through and got quite stuck. So as you can see now, we tried a winch, but there wasn't any good trees around, in the right spot I should say, for us to winch off. So I tried to pull myself out here while sort of driving in the other direction to get up onto the high ground, but ended up just slipping into a hole, as you'll see.
Yeah, that should be.
So we changed the winch angle here, but the tree was a bit too far away, so we pulled as much as we could, but ended up having to swap over to max tracks. And as you can see here, we managed to get out, but as my mate didn't want to come through here because he just knew he'd get stuck, I had to get out and turn around and tackle the whole thing again so that we could head back along the track. As you'll be able to see right now, we had to give it a fair bit to get back through.
Do you want to just, if you can take a step back for me? Yeah. Just so then when he comes around that corner, yeah. Oh, is it wet? Sorry.
So we continue back along the track here, and it's really nice. It actually takes you right across the top of the Jerusalem Creek waterfall, and if you look out either window you can see the falls, so that was really nice. And yeah, we just decided to head back to Telagary picnic area for lunch before we continued on the day. Rightio, so we've been to Jerusalem Creek Falls and had a little explore. We went out of the car park there on a track on my wiki camps, which wasn't named, and it sort of headed up to Bora's Knob, I think it was, towards that Dundungra Falls. Got pretty wild, got a bit stuck, so we turned around, came back, and we're just at Telligary campsite for lunch just now. And then we're going to head out just on the standard Wagner Road for Dundungra Falls, and we'll see how long that takes us to get there. Hopefully we don't get too stuck again. But yeah, for now we're just going to enjoy some lunch. So we are at this Dundungra Falls. It is amazing. It's a pretty steep walk down into it, and it's been under construction for a while. I think it got super overgrown and had a lot of trees fall over on it, and a local like a forest clearing group has come through and started to try and reopen the track, and we're so grateful because it is unreal. There's no like big signs to say to come in here. I just had my little marker on wiki camps, and then near that marker there was a sign on a tree that was pretty faded. It just says Dundungra Falls, 15-minute steep walk, and it is so worth it. You have to do it. It's probably only 20-minute drive from like Telligary campsite. Definitely a must do. Rightio, so as I said, we're at this Dundungra Falls. It is amazing. Definitely a must visit. We've still got a little bit more of the track to clear, but it's definitely like easily accessible. So there's 4 of us that got down here. Breathtaking. Unreal view. It's just through the trees. You can just sort of see it. It's pretty slippery on these rocks down here because everything is just noise. But yeah, it looks unreal up there. As you can see, Meg is struggling to climb up and just see how overgrown some of the parts of the track are. Got to crawl through there. However, most of it does have little wood steps though, so will definitely help most people get down. I would 100% say it is definitely worth the struggle to get down here though. As you can see from this walk, it is very, very steep and not very paved for most of the way. However, as I said, it is 100% worth it. Rightio, so we've driven back down here to Frying Pan Creek Campground, and I saw on this Facebook group that showed all the other waterfalls that they've been clearing out, that to get to Problem Creek Waterfall, which I could not find for the life of me last time, is at a track, a little walking track at the end of Frying Pan Campground, and you walk up. So I've just tried one and it sort of forks off, so we're going to try the other one here, and fingers crossed we'll get there. This is where Meg and I are going to camp tonight, so we're happy to just stick around and enjoy this lovely weather. Rightio, so we're down at Problem Creek Waterfalls now. It's about a half an hour walk in. When you go to the end of Barrington Creek campground, there's a fork in the track and you go on the left track, and that takes you on a pretty long hike. It looks pretty well maintained. There's a lot of trees falling over that have been chopped so you can get through, and it spits you out this unreal spot. So just definitely recommend doing the walk and enjoy the view. Tell you what, doesn't get much better than this. All to ourselves. So as you can see, this is our setup for the night. We've got the awning, the Oz tent, because it's Meg and I on this trip, so need more than just a swag. Got a little fire going over here, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. It was meant to be super windy and raining today, but we've got a few little spots of rain, but not too much, which is nice. We've pegged down the tent and the awning super hard in case we get the, I think it was about 30k an hour winds forecast, so got to look out for that. The original trip for this weekend was planned for more the Scone side of Barrington Tops, but it's meant to be about 70k an hour winds tomorrow morning. It was meant to be snow as well, so we sort of had to toss up, and we were like 70k an hour is just ridiculous. So we've come to Chichester here, which is still on the edge of Barrington, but it's a lot nicer. There's no one here tonight as well, so it's just Meg and I, a little date night, and we'll have a great time. It's been a really good day. We've found 3 different waterfalls that I'd never been to before, which were all along some great hiking tracks. Found a pretty hectic 4-drive track. Don't know if I want to do it again, or maybe do it again when it's a bit drier. It was pretty wild, but had a good day. It was fun. Blake and his girlfriend Taylor have headed home now. They're heading back to Newcastle just for a day trip today, and yeah, we're here to enjoy the night. Rightio, so we got cooking with Meg here. We're cooking some turkey mince spag bowl. So we've cooked our pasta up. We're just letting that sit while it's warm. Just cooking our turkey mince, add our sauce, and then just pasta in. Super easy dinner. Can't wait. Very hungry. It's been a long day of hiking. The rain has also started to come down. I mean, the forecast was only about 1 to 5 mil, so we're not too concerned. I don't think much will come. It's pretty light, it's not heavy, especially not like the last time I was here, it was pissing down. Our fire's still going, so it's not too bad. It's just uncomfortable to sit out there. So yeah, hopefully it passes, we can get back out near the fire and enjoy. Rightio, so can't see much now, but it's because we're inside our tent. It has just started thunderstorming. Oh shit, as you can hear. Far out. Hear that echo through the valley. That's terrifying. Anyway, we're just eating dinner. It was sprinkling a little bit, and then the winds just went poof, smashed us. So it was wind and rain, and it just went completely sideways. We just packed everything, put it in the car, and we're just in the tent now. As you can see,
Getting dry clothes.
getting dry, and then just gonna watch a few episodes of Stranger Things. Hope that the setup doesn't fly away.
Rightio, good morning everyone. That was a pretty scary night, I'm not going to lie. So we were expecting winds this weekend, but didn't get any wind all day yesterday until late at night when we were cooking dinner, or until we were eating dinner. So we were kind of had our fingers crossed that the weather forecast was wrong, or we're just in a really good spot. And so yeah, once it started raining, got in bed, and as that last clip you would have seen, there was that massive thunder and pissing down rain, and it was yeah, it was pretty scary. Anyway, the awning and the tent did pretty good. One of the poles fell out for the tent. I'll show you. So I got out and fixed that up last night. Just this one, it fell down, and that's supporting. I've got it supporting the Oz tent's awning and the car's awning. And also, we were just watching movies, so I was just getting out and pushing all the water off the awning and stuff. And then, yeah, I think it just sort of rained intermittently through the night, and it's pretty good now. We forgot to open, well, I don't know if we forgot, we probably didn't want to open any of the vents on our tent, so all of our moisture sort of built up on the roof, and it almost started raining inside our tent just because of the condensation and the moisture, because it is bloody freezing. But yeah, we live and we learn, and we've come out unscathed. It's not too windy this morning, but grateful.
Rightio, so it's about 10:30 now. The weather is a lot better. There's still a fair bit of wind. We're having a pretty late breakfast, trying some pancakes and some bacon. Pretty much packed everything up like inside the tent and all our clothes and that. It's just letting the awning and the tent dry out now. Fire's starting to die off, and we'll get ready for the day. So we've just left our camp at Frying Pan and we're driven along the road, and it is crazy. There is foliage that's just falling down everywhere, and as you can see behind me, right at the very start of the track out to Frying Pan, a massive tree has fallen over, so we're going to have to either whisk this out of the way or push it out of the way or drive down off the side. Wow, this shows how massive this tree is that's fallen over. There is another way that we can get home called Skimmings Gap Creek Road, I think it was, but I haven't heard very good things about it, so not too tempted to go down that way. We're just gonna give the SES a call, I think, see if anyone in Dungog could come up with a chainsaw, as we're not very far away. But yeah, it's pretty big. I don't really want to try to winch this one out of the way because it's going to take you out a fair few signs, and it's a massive tree, so don't know how I'd go. But yeah, sort of just at a standstill now. We're not in a rush to get home, so we're not too worried. It's a pretty nice day, so yeah, just see how we go. Rightio, we've just pulled up at Brandon Grove Reserve. It's just between Dungog and Chichester. We're just cooking up some lunch. Bit of a late lunch now after getting through that road with that massive tree falling down. Luckily, some people came up just as we were sort of calling the SES with a chainsaw, so we saved a lot of other people the hassle of coming up to save us, and we just chopped that wood up, pulled it out of the way. Yeah, on our way down. So just stopped on the water here. It's an unreal spot, just under a little bridge. So yeah, just got our little chicken cooking, bit of toasty bread. It is very cold. We're not even very high up. We're down near Dungog. It's probably only 200 metres elevation, but it is freezing. It's definitely under 10 degrees. Okay. We're all home now. Car's pretty dirty, so we're just going to unpack and give it a wash. So this will be the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram at WatosGU.